Did North West really hang up on Kanye West? The world's most talked about father-daughter duo suddenly at the center of a viral storm, a simple phone call, or a moment that revealed something much deeper about fame, family, and the fragile balance of growing up Kardashian. This is KARDS Catch-Up, and tonight we peel back the layers of what really happened when North West allegedly ended the call on her dad, Kanye West. Was it defiance, or something else entirely? Footage of flashing paparazzi lights, faint echoes of fans chanting Yeezy, and North narrator. In the Kardashian universe, every move, every word, every phone call can make headlines. But this call was different. It wasn't about beauty brands, not about fashion weeks or social media posts. It was about a daughter, North West, and her father, Kanye West, two icons, bound by fame, love, and controversy. And yet, in one shocking moment, click, the world stopped to ask, did North just hang up on Kanye West? Cut to the faint sound of a dial tone fading into silence. Narrator whispering slightly. It's the kind of silence that speaks volumes. Music swells with tension. Closing parenthesis, narrator : to understand this moment, we have to rewind. Back to where it all began, Los Angeles, California. The Kardashian mansion. Bright, buzzing, and always in motion. Cameras everywhere. Kim Kardashian, holding her phone, FaceTiming Kanye, and beside her, North West, just a kid, but already a star in her own right. The scene seemed simple, almost sweet, until it wasn't. Footage of Kim smiling nervously, trying to keep the energy calm. Narrator: on one end of the call, Kanye West, the creative genius, the outspoken icon, a father whose public life has often bled into his private one. On the other end, North West, his eldest daughter, sharp, confident, and unfiltered, just like her parents. The moment the camera rolled, the energy shifted. Kanye wanted to talk. North didn't. What happened next became one of the most talked about family moments in recent Kardashian history. Cut to a close-up sound of a phone disconnecting. Narrator pausing. Click, call, ended. Was it a joke? A playful moment between a father and daughter? Or was it something heavier, glimpse into how fame and family dynamics collide when the world is watching? Music shifts to a softer, introspective piano. Closing parenthesis, narrator : insiders say it happened during a casual day of filming for the Kardashians. Kim, in her usual calm but controlling grace, was juggling motherhood, business calls, and the chaos of cameras. Kanye, dialing in, wanted to connect with North, something simple, something human. But North, surrounded by lights and producers, didn't feel like it. She sighed, rolled her eyes slightly, and in one swift motion ended the call. Narrator leaning in. That single gesture, her finger sliding across the screen, sent social media into a frenzy. Within hours, did North West hang up on Kanye? Was trending everywhere. TikTok was flooded with edits, Twitter lit up with memes, and fan theories poured in. Some saw it as teenage attitude, others as silent rebellion. But the truth might be somewhere in between. Music deepens, more emotional. Narrator: for North West, life isn't normal. How could it be? Born to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, she's been in the public eye since birth. Cameras captured her first steps, her first tantrum, her first red carpet. Every smile analyzed, every frown dissected. And for Kanye, whose world is defined by control, expression, and perfection, seeing his daughter reject him momentarily must have hit deeper than any headline. Narrator: somber tone. It wasn't just about a phone call. It was about connections, something both father and daughter have been struggling to maintain amid fame, distance, and the cracks of a very public family. Cut to archival audio of Kanye talking about fatherhood in interviews. Fent. Echoing. Closing parenthesis, Kanye. Archival: all I want is to be the best dad. To protect my kids, to teach them love, to show them truth. Narrator: but truth in the Kardashian West world is complicated. It's filtered through fame, edited for reality TV, and twisted by tabloids. And for Kim and Kanye, co-parenting hasn't always been easy. The world saw their highs: the love, the fashion, the music, the empire. But behind the scenes, their split left deep fractures. Music builds softly again, reflecting emotional distance. Narrator: Sources close to the family say that Kanye's calls can sometimes come unexpectedly. Moments where he tries to reach out, to talk, to check in, to feel connected. And for North, who's just trying to be a kid in a very adult world, those moments can feel overwhelming. Was hanging up her way of setting a boundary, or just being a child caught between two worlds. Cut to soft sounds of children laughing faintly, then fading. Narrator: when the clip aired on the Kardashians, the internet erupted. Kim, always aware of the cameras, smiled awkwardly. "North," she said gently, "you can't just hang up on your dad." But North, with that trademark sass and confidence that mirrors her parents, shrugged. "He was talking too much," she said. The room went quiet. The crew exchanged looks. Kim sighed, half amused, half uneasy. Narrator: and there it was. The dynamic that defines the Kardashian West legacy. Humor, heart, and humanity all tangled in the spotlight. Footage transitions to interviews. Paparazzi flashes, tweets scrolling on screen. Narrator: the public couldn't get enough. Some called North a mood. Others accused the show of exploiting a private moment for ratings. But deep down, the fascination wasn't really about the hang-up, it was about what it symbolized. Narrator: reflective. The child of two global icons showing the first signs of teenage independence. The daughter of a man once hailed as a genius, now asserting her own voice. North West isn't just a celebrity kid, she's a mirror. Reflecting how fame shapes family in real time, music shifts to a more cinematic tone, strings rising. Narrator: Kanye's reaction remained largely private, but those close to him hinted that it stung. "He loves his kids deeply," said one insider. "He wants to be part of their everyday life, not just a FaceTime call." And for a man who's built empires on creativity and emotion, a simple call ending too soon might have felt like rejection, not just as a father, but as a person. Narrator: meanwhile, Kim, the protector and public strategist, downplayed the incident. On KARDS Catch-Up, she framed it as a typical moment between a dad and his daughter. "North's just being North," she said with a laugh. But her eyes told a different story, one of fatigue, and maybe even guilt. Narrator: softer. Behind that laughter lies a mother who's constantly balancing two worlds, the fame machine that feeds her empire, and the fragile emotional reality of her children. Music fades into a melancholic hum, closing parenthesis. Narrator: so. Did North West really hang up on Kanye West? Technically, yes. But emotionally, it's more layered. It wasn't about disrespect or rebellion, it was about identity. About a young girl navigating love, distance, and the strange reality of being both famous and human. Narrator: dramatic pause for Kanye. It was a reminder that, even in his universe where art, ego, and fame intertwined, fatherhood remains the most unpredictable project of all. Music rises, slow orchestral build, emotional and grand. Narrator: in the world of KARDS Catch-Up, every family moment becomes a spectacle. But maybe, just maybe, this moment, this tiny act of pressing end call, wasn't for the cameras. Maybe it was North's quiet way of saying, "Dad, I love you, but right now, I need space." Cut to visuals of old family clips. Kanye smiling at toddler North. Kim holding her close. Laughter echoing. Closing parenthesis. Narrator: gentle. Emotional fame can make even the simplest gestures, like a phone call, seem monumental. But at the heart of it all, the Kardashians and Wests are still a family, imperfect, emotional, real. Narrator: as the credits roll on another episode of KARDS Catch-Up, we're left wondering what happens next. Will Kanye reach out again? Will North pick up this time? Or will silence continue to speak louder than words? Music slows, soft piano melody returning. Narrator: in the Kardashian world. Stories never really end, they just evolve. Today's hang-up could be tomorrow's heartfelt reunion. And in that uncertainty lies the power of their story, a story of love, fame, and the unbreakable ties of family. Narrator: final line. Fading, because no matter how many calls are missed or how many headlines are written, the connection between Kanye West and North West is one the world will always watch and never stop talking about.